Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, back with some more patch 1.49 preview. This time we're flying out the Arado 234C3. And you know what this bad boy has? Aside from the 4 engines, which make it look really just sexy and powerful, you can see that we're building up speed. We're in arcade mode right now, just kind of joyriding. But you know what we got? I'll tell you what we got. We got guns. We got two 20mm guns, man. And we got bombs. But now that we have guns, we can finally do more than basically just use the Arado as a cruise missile whilst chanting Arado Akbar, which means the Arado is great because many people know that Lord Arado is a rather formidable opponent. But as we approach this vehicle to give him his demise with 2 more 500 kilo bombs, this thing can basically carry... Oh, look at that. That was pretty funny, man. We're jet powered, baby. Goodbye, vehicle. So let's check out what else that the Germans have. We're going to be looking at the Germans, the British, and the Japanese. The British, I tell you what, man, it's all about carrier planes for them. And the Japanese got a few planes as well. But the Germans got a couple new additions. So there's the Arado 234C3 with a battle rating of 6.7. It's got 2 20mm machine guns, and it can carry, I believe, up to 1,500 kilos of bombs and a couple of different ordnance. Yeah, so one 1,000 and two 250s, only one 1,000, 3 250s, or 3 500s. So the maximum seems to be 1,500 kilos, which is just like the Arado B2. But the C3 has the 20mm guns. So after you drop off your bombs, you don't feel totally useless, or you don't have to, you know, ram someone else and be honorable. But the HS-129, I believe that this bad boy has a cockpit now. So we're going to check that out because that's one of the new additions. I think the Panzerknacker is something that a lot of pilots would love to kind of fly out in simulator battle and have their hand at shooting down enemy tanks, or not shooting them down. But this is one of the worst cockpits because this thing's so armored. But you can see, oh man, we got a little gun sight there. That's pretty cool. But yep, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Panzerknacker, the HS-129. Both of them have cockpits now. So, nice new addition for those of you who are into that kind of a thing. And now we have something that's kind of pretty interesting. We've got a BF-109, but this is the B version. It's got 2 7.92mm MGs. It sits at battle rating of 2.0, and that's all it has. It doesn't even, can't carry bombs or anything like that. It's just an early Messerschmitt fighter, but looks pretty cool. Definitely old school. Believe these things took part in kind of the Spanish Civil War. And then for armored vehicles, we've got the StuH 42. It's got a 105mm howitzer, so if you like your 105mm on the Shermans and stuff like that, this bad boy has it. It's pretty nicely armored. 80mm of thickness in some of the more flatter areas. But if you're used to dealing with StuHs, similar armor. It's got a battle rating of 3.7, and it only has the 105. It doesn't have the little MG sticking on the top, at least not yet. Got some nice spaced armor here, only 5mm of thickness in this Scherzen, but it's pretty nice. Pretty beefy in some of these parts, so it should be fun if you like the big, kind of bigger assault guns. And that is pretty much, there's 4 additions, 3 planes, well, 2 planes and some cockpits, and then 1 StuH 42. So now let's hop over to the British, where I tell you what, man, there is no armor protection on this vehicle. That's pretty funny. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the C Gladiator. It's got a battle rating of 1.3, but basically there is a new carrier plane tech tree, totally new. Goes from the Nimrods, which were already in the game. They added the C Gladiator, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new carrier-based British planes. So it starts with a C Gladiator Mark 1, battle rating 1.3, 4 7.7s, Sea Hurricane, 8 7.7s, battle rating 2.0. Then there's the Sea Hurricane Mark 1C, and basically from now on, all of these planes like to get high. They're all armed with 4 20mm main guns. Oh man, Hispanos galore. Even all the way down here, you've got the Hispano Mark 5s, but they all have 4 20mm guns. So, Sea Hurricane Mark 1 with the MG, Sea Hurricane Mark 1C with the 20s. FireFly Mark 1. Let's just take a look at the FireFly because I know a lot of people want to. Look how sexy that plane looks. Wait, is there like another pilot back there? What's up with that? That looks like you know what? We got to take this thing for a little test drive, do we not? Of course. Now, do we take off of the Ark Royal? No, we start in the sea. Dang it! That would have been amazing to take off from a British carrier. Whoa! We are taking off. But is this a British carrier? Is there a dude back there? There is a dude back there. The FireFly, ladies and gentlemen. Hold up. Oh, the Leanders. I love the Leanders. Oh, that Hispano sound we all know and love. So this, it looks kind of like, you know, the Spitfire, but I like how it looks distinguishably different. Kind of a similar nose, but this one, look at that. Draw a little smile. It's like, hey guys, I'm really happy. Sorry, that's what I saw when I saw the engine there. So that is the FireFly. We do have, was it a navigator or co-pilot? I don't know what he's doing back there. There's no guns. That's really strange. And like, yeah, that's definitely different. And then, so put 2 people in a fighter. Britain, what are you guys doing? Tell me your logic. This one we've got the FireFly FR.MK.XIVe. That was the Mark 1. Then we've got the Seafire. Now this is what you're used to seeing. The sleekness. 1 pilot in it. And you've got 2 different Seafires. The Seafire Mark, was that 17? And the Seafire FR.47. These guys getting up high in the battle rating. 5.3 for the Mark 17. For the FR.47, you've got battle rating of 6.0. Then we've got the Sea Fury. That thing just looks like a beast. Also armed. Let's see. But can these guys carry bombs? Of course they can. This one can even carry rockets. Seafire, what about you guys? Yep. Bombs and rockets are available. So these things can do a little bit of fighter and bombing, and that's always fun. And then we've got the Attacker FB1. This is a carrier jet. Battle rating 7.7, 420mm main guns. You can carry bombs and rockets. No torpedoes on any of these, but you know, I wouldn't have expected torpedoes on this jet fighter. But man, I think as a British pilot, you've got to be pretty excited, especially if you're excited for, like, you know, was it the Fleet Air Arm? Is that what the Royal Navy called it? The Fleet Air Arm, I think it was. You've got a lot of that. And all the way from the humble Sea Gladiator and the Nimrod, all the way down to the Attacker FB1. So moving on to Japan, there's only 2 new additions. We've got the J2M2. This bad boy has 2 20mm, 2 7.7s. Relatively low battle rating, as you can see. It fits in before the A6M3s right here. Right here. Battle rating 3.3, lower than the A6M3. And then you've got the Ki-21. And where are you, my friend? Ki-21, battle rating 1.7. I think this is going to be pretty decent bomber for this tier, honestly. Well, let's take a look at the Ki-21. It's got, let's see, 3 turrets and can carry, how much can you carry? 1,000. Yep, it can carry basically up to 1,000 kilos of bombs, which is pretty decent, especially if you're dealing with a lot of light targets. But it's got that little double 7.7 in the back there. Where do we have one sticking out of the bottom? Yeah, we got one right there. So there's two of them. And the third one is right here in the nose. Pretty cool looking plane though. It'll be fun to see it at such a low battle rating because I think that'll be a lot of fun to do that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so that was the Germans who got the Arado, the Panzerknacker cockpits, the StuH-42, and then the low-tier Bf-109. You got the British, which basically got this whole new tech tree of carrier-based fighters, some of which are fighter bombers, and one of which is a jet, so that's pretty cool. And then you've got the Japanese, which only two new additions, the J2M2, and then the Ki-21. So out of all those, what are you most excited for? Let me know. I've got more patch 1.49 dev server footage coming, so make sure to stay up to date. Stay posted because I got more stuff coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for watching. Pull the trigger on the like button, share the video with a friend. Let's get some more people in at patch 1.49. And you know what? I'll be seeing you soon.